First and foremost, I want to give all the honors and the praises and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavaka Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shai, in who I reverence. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. All right, we're gonna flow with the Spirit. All right, this lesson is gonna be based on the program, right? The program. And what do I mean by the program? This system. The program is based on deception, right? The program is based on the deception. It's based on manipulation, right? It's based on programming. It is a program, right? And social conditioning. So Lord willing, this is going to be edifying, Lord willing. Okay. Let's start on Thessalonians first. 1 and jump straight to verse 9. And we're going to go into the physical aspect of it, but it is spiritual. Everything is spiritual first. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So it talks about the workings of Satan, right? With all lying signs, right? It's like with power and science, right? Because what are we living in today? The Roman Empire revived again. So you're going to see some of these powers and some of these signs which are worked out by tech, right? And things are flowing through tech. If you look around you, okay? And it says power and signs and lying wonders, okay? Lying wonders. So they're not true. It's deceit. Because we know Satan is a copycat. He's a copycat leader, okay? And lying wonders, and most of the people, they fall for them lying wonders. They fall for it, right? And that's, what's that speaking about? The system, the beast, right? So the beast has time to work these miracles on the left-hand side. And the miracles is what? Deception, witchcraft, right? That's why the scripture talks about in Revelation 17, the whore of Babylon, right? Which practice her sorceries. Isaiah 47, it mentions the same thing. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. So most of our people are going to perish because they didn't receive Yahweh Shai, okay? That they might be saved. Because if you do receive Yahweh Shai, then you're going to be saved, right? Verse 11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion. So guess what their Heavenly Father has done? He sent a lot of our people and the people in the world strong delusions. And what's a delusion? A lie, false pretense. And this is what these people consent to. They consent to a lie just so they can live well, just so they don't have any problems. So they consent to a lie, right? So they sell their soul to consent to a lie and to keep their mouth shut and act like they don't know. That's what they do. And to play stupid. And when you don't play the game, their game, they get mad. They're just like, play the game. No, we're not playing that game. Because this ain't a game. This is reality. And you're going to find it out real soon. Okay? And it says, the Most High shall send them strong delusions. So most of the people, they've been sent them strong delusions. Right? In so many different forms. Right? Because they believe a lie. They've consented to a lie. And a lie only lasts so long. Because you have to keep covering up that lie. Right? And it says that they should believe a lie. So this system, what's it built upon? Lies, deception, right? So how do we cast that down? Through the words, right? That they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth but have pleasure in unrighteousness. These people, they have pleasure in unrighteousness. You have pleasure in a lie, that means you're having pleasure in unrighteousness, whether you know it or not. Okay? So we went to that. Oh, there's a lot I want to get out within this truth, right? This is social conditioning, right? On a large scale. And yes, it's happening to everyone because everybody's on a system, a grid. That's why you got to watch that movie Matrix. Okay? But once you break out of that, once you wake up to this truth, you're no longer a part of that. So you're like a glitch in the matrix. And when you do that, it's like you're messing up everything. You're messing up that data. You're messing up that database. So it's like they have to reset it. You know, they have to reset it. So they have to set people around you. They have to lie to them. This is what they have to do to give you that illusion that, oh yeah, the system's flowing just fine. And this is why you have something called, what's it called? Synchronicities. This is why you have synchronicities, right? See, to the average eye, you just think, hold on a minute. Red, blue, what else? Silver, red, blue. I'll just say red, black, white car, right? A lot of traffic. You would think that's just normal. That's just a normal day. No, it's not normal. It's synchronicity. It's synchronicities, right? Okay. You see an Amazon driver. You may see 2 of them, may see 3 of them. You're thinking that's just normal. It's not normal. It's synchronicities. Oh, the ambulance. I hear the sirens. You hear the sirens. You're thinking that's normal. And there's no emergency. That's a synchronicity. To give you that illusion, right? And ready to cause panic. Because that's what they need. Right? They need to create a problem. Then they come up with the reaction. Then solution. Problem, reaction, solution. And they come up with that. So they create all those things. It's called order out of chaos. So they also need to create chaos. Right? Now, I'm not saying an ambulance that goes past and rings them sirens, it's not going to an emergency. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they do these things to give you an illusion that there's some panic. And what's the first thing you do when you hear a siren? Huh? Your senses go up. So they're desensitizing. They're sensitizing people. This is what they're doing. Well, we're going to let the scriptures come out, man. We're going to let these scriptures come out. But this is what happens when you wake up to the truth. And other people don't even see it. Some people know what's going on, but remember they consent to a lie, so they just keep their mouths closed because they want to live comfortable. So, where should we go? You know what? Let's go to Ecclesiastes 17. Check this out. Right? The Lord Yahushua created man of the earth, which would be Adam, right? From the ground. Where you get that word Adama, from the soil, dark soil, and turn him into it again, right? Because we come from the soil. We're made up of elements, particles, right? And he gave them few days and a short time and power also over things therein, and he endued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image, okay? And put fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls. They received the use of 5 operations. So it's going to explain what these operations are of the Lord. And 6th place, he imparted to them understanding. And in the 7th, speech, an interpretator of cogitations thereof, which is what your thoughts, counsel, and the tongue, okay, the eyes, ears, and the heart gave he them to understand. These are known as what your senses, right? Withal he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them a good and evil, right? So these were the operations, the 5 operations of the law, but 7th is what speech, right? So the elites, the people that rule this world, that have set up a system, which are the elites, they're the ones that set up this system, right? They deal with what? Senses, numerology, all those things, right? and they have what particular scientist that they hire, neuroscientist, right? And you had what different names back in the day? Tavistock Agenda. What was his name? What was his name? Sigmund Freud. If am I saying his name right? Sigmund Freud. He was one of them, right? Who else? Who else? Who else? Kurt Lewin, right? He was so-called Jewish. He was born what? Poland, right? He was born in Poland, and these were individuals that were doing studies on psychology, right? The pattern, the thought processes. Why does man, woman do what they do? Put him in this situation, see how he operates. Put her in that situation, see how she operates. Study her surroundings. So it's the same thing that's going on again today, right? But we know it's all spiritual, right? Don't fall for it, right? Don't fall for it. It's the matrix. And once you wake up to this truth, you break out of that. You're not a part of, you're outside of it. And that's why they need to set up people around you to give you some form of illusion that you're still, oh no, you're still in the world. No, the scripture says we are not of the world. You know what that means if you're not of the world? It means what it says. So that means you're not of the world. So what are we doing? We're breaking out of this matrix. And this whole system is the matrix. And you know what you got to do? You got to pick a pill, right? You got to pick a pill. What pill? The red pill or the blue pill? All right, mate. Have you watched The Matrix?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Good.
It's a good film, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, you know we're living in the Matrix. So this is one simulation. It's a simulation. All right, man. So yeah, this is how do we break out of the Matrix? Through getting into this word. The scripture says, "Be renewed by what the spirit of your mind, be transformed." Okay, we gotta what? Be transformed. Transform your mind, man. Okay, transform your mind. Okay. Wait, this is. I know some people are gonna say, "Bro, how can you say this program is a blessing?" This program is a blessing because this program is waking me up to the corruption. It's waking me up to, hey, bro, I'm seeing bad. Hey. Oh man. Hey, you're able to see everything. You're able to see everything, man. Everything that's going on. And sometimes, you know what? I can't help it. I'm even seeing things I don't want to see. I'm even seeing things I don't want to see, but Yahweh showed me it. Right? Just like what did I forgot his name now. He says, I'll show you how far the rabbit hole goes. So that's what Yahweh Shai does. You truly wake up to this truth, Yahweh Shai will show you how far how deep the rabbit hole goes. Right? And once you wake up to this program, the program basically is the system. When we speak about the program, it's the system. Now, do we still have connections? You may say, well, what, bro? You can't completely escape it. Do I still have connection to this? Of course I do. I'm doing a lesson. These lessons are being uploaded on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm still somewhat connected to the system, but the elect were not a part of this world. That's the difference. That's the difference, right? And I never saw. Look, there were certain signs when you were younger, but you couldn't really pick up on it. But you knew something was not right with this world. You knew something was just off, right? And now you know. John 8:32. Now you know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. But I want to get back to the scripture. So when we went into received the 5 operations and 7, which was what? 7th speech. These are what? Your 7 senses, right? Which the elites, they deal with that, and your neuroscientists, they deal with what? Your senses. Okay? And they try to manipulate your senses. And this is why they need to use things such as, go into it, synchronicities, right? What synchronicities used for? Synchronicities are used to keep you in the matrix, right? To try to create a pattern that it seems that everything's just flowing well. And that's why you get traffic. Traffic is another form of synchronicity, right? It's another form of synchronicity, right? Oh, it's just another normal day. right? Well, that's what they think, right? Synchronicities, noise. So they need to use the noise and all that, right? As well, noise campaigns and all that. Beep 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 beep. They need to do that rubbish, right? See, to the average person, they just think that's just normal. You know, someone's in the way of the car or something's happening. You know, someone's in a rush. No, that's not normal. That's not normal, right? These are illusions, false perceptions, right? Neural patterning, conditioning, right? Trying to get you used to the sound of noise, which over time, it's like, well, what's going on here? But over time, you can what desensitize yourself to it, right? So this is what they're trying to do. Okay. What else? Colors. So, all right. Example, you have today. Example, you might have 7 people wearing red that walk past you. If you tell me that's a coincidence, that's a bunch of rubbish. That's rubbish, right? Okay. We're following. That's conditioning. They've been conditioned to wear that color, or they've been told to wear that. That's conditioning. So these people, what does this show us? They don't really have a mind of their own, right? Now, if I would wear red, I'll wear it because I want to wear red. No, I'm not saying everybody that wears red are they conditioned. No, I'm not saying that, right? I'm saying that there's conditioning and patterns that you see, which the average person, you may say, well, hold on a minute. This person, why is this person wearing red? Right? Why this person is conditioning, right? Color conditioning, color coordination to get you sensitized to these colors. So now if you have someone following you that's wearing red, you're gonna associate with everybody that's wearing red. Oh, why is he wearing red? Is he following me? Is he a perp? Is he an agent? Right? It's psychology. And what else? Directed conversations, which most of them are fake, because these people are fake. So they have the directed conversations, right? May talk a bit of smack. And what else? What else? You know what? It's all to just give you a full sense of what? Reality, right? And to keep the system going, right? When it's really crumbling. And that's what you're going to realize. The house of cards is falling, right? It's crumbling, right? They're under a false illusion, but I'm not buying it, right? And that's another thing that can make you so-called targeted in the spiritual realm, because remember, this is spiritual first, right? And because you've been called from light to darkness, right? From light, it's like that's Satan, from darkness to light. Of course, there's going to be all eyes on you, of course, because you're able to see, and when you have the light, you're able to see through darkness. You're able to say, that's false, that's not true. You're able to discern that straight away. Okay, and people don't like that because they're living a lie. So when you come, not all people are like that, but when you come around most, they don't like that because they want to what? Live a lie. Okay, they'd rather live a lie. Okay, so now let's go into Psalm 64. Come on now. You even get fake joggers. Yeah, just go for a jog. Just give the illusion that everything's going. No, this system's crumbling. Can't you see it? Right? That's a lot of money you're investing into paying these people off. Right? Yeah. Just give them the illusion that everything's going fine. No, it ain't fine. Why haven't you watched the news lately? This whole system's crumbling. Right? You got fake joggers. I know it sounds off key. Well, why would someone fake a jog? Because they're gone. That's why. That's why they would do that. Because you may say, well, why would someone? Because they're gone. They're off their marbles. That's why they would do that, right? This is social engineering, right? And it's been happening from the moment you were born. It's been happening, right? Because really they want to do with away with most of the population, right? They want to do with most of the population, do away with them, right? As it says that on the Georgia Guidestones, that was struck by lightning, that was smashed up, that was a judgment, right? And that's why they're spraying chemtrails in the air. Even the planes that go past, that's even a simulation, right? Yes, we are living in a simulation. It's computerized. It's done by computer. I believe in soul. We know everything is spiritual, but yeah, there's technology that's involved with it as well, right? And it just shows you how easily these people are manipulated. Okay, go to Psalm 64, prayer of David. Psalms 64. Hear my voice, O Yahweh Shai, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. So it's talking about secret counsels. There's people on this earth, they're having secret counsels about how they can get this thing underway, how they can have the population completely under control. And that's why they're creating 15-minute cities as well. Because they don't even want you to leave they don't even want you to leave your cities, right? Unless it's for them, right? Unless it's concerning them. So this is what is coming into. You even got smart motorways, smart housing. So everything is being monitored. Everybody's being watched, right? But the thing is, those that are of the hopeful elect, they're the ones that are truly being watched because they're not a part of this. They can see what's going on. And here we're trying to wake some of you up, but some of you want to be hard-headed. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That would be known as what? The Illuminati, right? The 13 banking families, right? They're having secret councils, secret meetings, right? From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So they work iniquity. They're the workers of iniquity. They're doing all this behind closed doors, right? See, on the TV, they're only showing you who they want to show you on TV. You're looking at David Cameron and who else? Boris, and you're thinking they call the shots. You're looking at Bill Gates. They don't call the shots. They're not the shot callers. The elites are the shot callers. They're the big cats, right? And it says, right? Remember, we're talking about trillionaires now. We're talking about the people that they funded every war. From Napoleon until now, they funded every single war. Even the War of Waterloo. Who do you think funded that? The bankers, right? When you start seeing places getting built up where you live around your premises, who do you think's funding that? It's the elites. You see all these flats getting built, apartments. Who do you think's funding that? The elites. You may say, "Oh no, it's my mayor. It's the mayor of Lambeth or wherever, you know, Lambeth. What's it? The mayor of Merton." No. Your mayor is just the front man, right? That claims to be for you when he's not really for you. He's just serving the interest of the bankers. You call it politics, I call it politricks. That's all it is. These people are not for you. How many empty promises have the Labour, we're going to do everything we can to help you at your best interest? They don't do nothing. And if you're going to do anything, how about you move these flipping lights with the sensors on it, these weaponized lighting systems? How about you move that? How about you get rid of the 5G? Huh? Fuck out of here. Right? Empty promises. Oh, we're conservatives, we care about... They're both the same. Pepsi, Cola, same company. They work for the same people. When you're going to wake up and smell the coffee, go back to Psalm 64 and 3. And politics is nothing but theatre. That's all it is. So all these people in parliament, it's just theatre. Right? Just a circus. This is Psalm 64 and 3. And who whet their tongue like a sword. I'm moving too fast. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Right? Even bitter words. Okay? So that's what they're doing. They're wetting their tongues. Right? And they're bending their bows through legislation. And they're shooting them arrows, which is mentioned in Ephesians 6 chapter. Right? But we may be able to quench the fiery dart. How do you quench them fiery darts? Them fiery darts are being shot at us on a daily basis. Right? And that ties in with what the things within this system. The traps, the snares. Okay? And shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Right? So there's bitter words that are being spoken against us. But they may shoot. And what's the example of that? Are the vax. You need to get the VAX. You know, it's spreading, it's this, it came from China, it came from this. I wouldn't be surprised if it came from a laboratory. Because yes, they do have these diseases within some of these laboratories. Okay, so it's hard to believe anything Esau says, to be honest with you. Right? Excuse me just a minute. It's hard to believe anything he says, because everything he says is a lie. Well, most of what he says is a lie. Do you really think the devil's going to give you the truth? Right? And it says, Baba Kasha, Psalm 64. See? That's that assimilation. Right? They need to keep the masses distracted. Right? Anyways, where was I? Psalm 64 and 4. But they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So there's no fear. That's why they do what they do. Okay? They encourage themselves in the evil matter. Right? Remember the elites, they have a workforce, they have an army. Right? Okay? They have an army. They can easily, really, if they really wanted you gone, they could get, it's very, very easy. Very easy. It's just that the Lord Jehovah has you here, teaching this word. Right? Because they got rid of many other people that rebelled. Okay? And that's why nobody wants to speak, because they're scared. Because look what happened to everybody else that tried to rise up. Just look what happened. Okay? He made examples of them. Look at John F. Kennedy. Right? Look at Martin Luther King. Right? So these are examples. If you try to right, but that's the thing. The elect don't fear that. We're supposed to fear Yahweh Shai. That's who we're supposed to fear. Not what man can do, because we know that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, controls what man does and what they think. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and they fear not. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune. They get together of laying snares, privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. This ties in with the neuroscientists and so forth. Okay? They search out iniquities. So they have information. Who you are, who your father is. They have all this information. Right? They search out iniquities. They commune of laying snares. So there's snares that are being laid. Traps. Right? And yeah, they have information on your father, your mother, her background. If they're a part of any fraternity, they got all that information. Right? They got all of that. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha. They accomplish a diligent search. Right? And it says, both the inward thoughts of every one of them and the heart is deep. So they have think tanks. And one of them major think tanks is Tavistock, as I went into Tavistock Agenda. It's still here today, Tavistock Institute, which they work hand in hand with the hospitals, all right, today. And that's why, where do you go? Well, it's based in London, right? Tavistock Institute and Tavistock Hospital, right? So they have a study of man and study of psychology, how man thinks, how a woman thinks. They have all these studies, okay? So, both the inward thought of every one of them and all that various minutes and the heart is deep, right? They're little think tanks. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So we know and we have the faith, well, you have to go and shoot at them with an arrow. It's not going to be, this is what you got to understand. We got to see the positive side of this. Oh, well, you know, I'm being targeted, and the reason why you got to understand, everyone around you is being manipulated. Most of the people around you, they're being manipulated, right? And you're not falling for it because you have this truth. You're able to see the cracks within the system. You're able to see it, the holes within the system, right? You're able to see that. So they need to set up people around you to try to keep you in, what's the word? The matrix. This false simulation. They need to create theatre. They need to do that, because if they don't do that, then it's like, well, but it doesn't make a difference anyway. If you're of the elect, it doesn't make, because you're able to see. Now, amongst them, they're deceiving each other. That's why let's go into that. Let's go into 1 Timothy's. Now, amongst them, they're deceiving each other. That's why when I see it, I just laugh. When someone parks outside your yard, yeah, slam the door. They've been told to do that. Yeah, park outside his house. Make sure the windows are tinted. We're going to give you this car. Slam the door. They've been told to do that, right? Because they're idiots. They're imbeciles, right? When that happens, I just laugh, right? And you know, it's it goes up. Sometimes it calms down, but it goes up when you really start exposing it. So that's why we got to expose this program more and more and more, right? Which the program is the system. Okay. 2 Timothy 3 and 11. Persecutions, okay, afflictions, which came unto me unto Antioch. Right? This is what Paul was suffering, and Iconium and Lystra, which persecutions I endured. So we have to endure these persecutions, but out of them all, the Lord Yahushua delivered me. Right? Out of them all, Yahushua delivered me. He delivered Paul. Right? Out of all them temptations. Okay? And it is a form of persecution. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, I endured, but out of them the Lord Yahweh deliver me. So we always got to make sure, look, focus on Yahweh Shai. Yes, there's going to be people set up around you. Whatever you do, whatever facet of your life, their whole thing is to trying to throw you off, trying to get into your head. Right? Just like that scene in the Matrix. I need to get inside of, I forgot how it goes, you know. But yes, that's what they want. They want your mind, your body, and your soul. And the soul is the most precious thing. Your soul is your being. Your soul is your essence. And a lot of people have lost their soul. Okay. Verse 13, but evil men. So check this out. If you're told, I don't know, if they send a notification, and to some extent I understand it, because look, you know you can buy fake FBI badges. You know you can buy them, right? So you have people, you could have someone that buys a fake FBI badge and acts like they're FBI or NSA or MI5 or whatever, right? And they can say, well, they show you the badge, this person's under investigation, would you watch him for us? What is the average person going to say? Yeah, because they've shown you a badge. but it's a fake badge. It's not legitimate. It's corrupt. These things go on, right? So I can understand to some extent. Well, who are they going to listen to? Me or the law enforcement? They're going to listen to the fake law enforcement with their fake sense of power, which really they should be locked up. But no, the Lord Yahushua, He's going to expose them. We're going to continue to expose His program. We're going to do more videos upon it, right? And other people are exposing it as well. This thing is becoming worldwide. This so-called gang stalking is becoming. There's only so long you can do that for. Remember, this is remember. It was covert, right? Now it's more overt. It's still covert, but it's still overt. It's still in your face, but it's done so nobody else can see it, right? It's done so nobody else can see it. That's how it's done. And I've seen a lot. We're going to get back into the scriptures. A lot of people have said, well, should you video it? Should you write it down? Well, you can do that. Me personally, I don't do that because we're supposed to be men and women of faith. So me personally, I don't do that. I'm taking notes. Like, this person parked outside of the crib at this time. This person was walking at this time. This person. Well, look, this thing is designed in such a way where you show the average person, they just say, bro, I don't see nothing here. Right? It's designed to be that way. Right? But then what? You wake up to this truth and you see, right? It's covert. It's very covert. Now, can you? I've done it once or twice where you video it, and you know what? Yes, it does work. It does work. They get pissed off. They get pissed off when you video it. I've done it a few times. Right? When you're videoing them, bro, yeah, it does get them a bit mad because you're exposing them. So you can do that. Okay? You can do that. Right? Just, video them, and expose it that way. Right? It does work. It does work. They get mad because then they have to move. Right? They have to switch up the tactics. Right? And yeah, see, but I'm not going to mention it because you don't really want them to know. That's another tactic in it. That's another tactic in war. You don't want them to know that you know. But guess what? They want you to know that they watch. That's why they do those things. Why do you think they park the cars outside and all of that? They do all these things. Because they want you to know that they're watching you. And this has been bro, they've been trying to get your attention for years. But I just think you may have just noticed it recently. You may have noticed it, during them 2 years or maybe even longer. But this is what they've been doing. Okay? This is what they have been doing. Okay? Whether you noticed it or not. Yeah, you were watched. I don't know how long. Could have been from birth. Right? Could have been from birth. Right? But now you know. So that's the most important thing. You know what's going on. And really, you have the advantage. They don't have it doesn't matter how much technology, it doesn't matter how much technology they have. It doesn't matter. Right? You have the advantage over them. Right? And yeah, they've hired mercenaries, and so what? Yeah, they've hired contractors and false law enforcement agencies. Some of them are just contractors that have bought a false FBI badge. Oh, bro, police, we need to monitor him. And bro, you're gonna fail. They don't realize they're coming up. You done it to the wrong person. Personally, if I'm a man of the Lord, you done it to the wrong person. You're fucked. Excuse my language. You're fucked. Especially if you've done that to the elect. Right? It's one thing you just doing it to any. You shouldn't do it anyway. But you done it to the elect. You're in big trouble. Right? Now, can our people repent from this year? You just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. But I can understand if a law enforcement agency comes to you with a badge and knocks on your door, you're going to be surprised. Well, all right, yep, I'll help you out. Or you could say, yeah, we'll help you out. Then just don't do it. But these people is fair. Remember, order, what's it? Problem, reaction. So they create the problem, reaction. Okay? Solution. And they come up with a solution. That's how they do it. A lot of these people were hired out, right? And for some reason they picked you out. I can't give you the answer to that. Why they picked you out. I can't tell you why. There's several reasons why. Right? Whistleblower, that's one of the major ones. A lot of people that get put on a program because they're whistleblowers. Right? What else? Someone that looks into a lot of truth, that doesn't believe in the norms and accept what everything that society gives him or her. That's another individual that will get put on the program as well. But really, the program is the system, right? The elect have already broken that program, so it doesn't really matter what they do, what they try, right? And yeah, these devils are nefarious. They really are. When you're sleeping, they do all types of shit. When you're sleeping, they try to hypnotize you, use energy weapons. We know what they're doing. You can see what they're doing, right? They situate themselves around you. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is, right? We just gotta let Yahweh Shem Yahweh deal with the rest. Okay, and don't get in your flesh. Continue to study and do what you're doing. Because what was you doing before you found out? You were doing what you were doing. Okay, don't let them throw you off. Remember, it only works if they get your attention, right? And one may say, well, you're mentioning it, so obviously we got your... No, I'm mentioning it, so this is advice, so how to deal with it. It's about, they need your attention. That's why when you walk into a supermarket, there be people positioned before you even enter into that supermarket. Oh yeah, you stand there, you stand here, walk past them. When you walk past them, say sorry. When they're ready, they're not sorry. But you are going to be sorry for what you're doing, right? See, they think this is a game. This ain't a game. Right, you're being played. I'm not being played. You're being played. You're playing yourself. You're fooling yourself, which goes into Timothy. There's so many tactics to this program. So many. It's wicked. You hear about people committing suicide. Now, do you know why they're committing suicide? Because the program. Right? They were bullied. And they were different. Right? They were being tortured. Things were happening. Well, this is what's going on. These are the stage actors. You know your little false flags. These are the same people that would do these false flags that would get paid. Right, there's so much depth. There's so many other things I can bring out as well. There's so much stuff. Right? Yes, they will hire a lawnmower. They will hire someone to do a job. He ain't even working. He's just around you to see what you're doing. They will hire someone to walk their dog near you and to record, to try and get recordings of what you're saying. These people, it's terrible. It's terrible what they're doing. Okay. We see what else we got. So this is 2 Timothy 3, and jump straight to verse 13. Right? But evil men and seducers. So what they're doing, what is it? Is it good? No, it's not good. It's evil. It's straight up evil. And don't give me this rubbish. Oh, no, we're helping you. No. It's straight up evil. There's nothing good about it. Can good come out of it? Well, you got to have the right perspective. Because if you're going through this and you don't have the scriptures, then I don't know what else to tell you. Because there's people that go through this and they're like, oh, how can I live? You still live. You still keep a smile on your face. You still go about your business. Right? It's just that these people, they're sent to obstruct you from your destination. And that's all. Satan's dealing with them. Okay? And that's what it is, because it is spiritual. Okay? And it says, but evil men and seducers, this is what they are, seducers. And the point of it is to get you back into the world, to draw you back into the world. So what's that? That's a seducing spirit, right? Anything that's trying to allure you to take your mind, that's a seducing spirit. So these people, they have seducing spirits in them, spirits of devils. Okay? Shall wax worse and worse. So you see these people, the same people that are doing it, some of the same people that are doing it, you observe them, and they're not quite looking the same. They're not looking happy. right? They might have a funny walk, they're not quite walking the same, right? That's your own wickedness. So they're waxing worse and worse. And the Lord could be what plaguing their minds as well. You don't know what the Lord's doing to these people for coming up against you. So you got to leave it into Yahushai's hands. And don't take matters into your own hands, right? And definitely don't, because that's what they want. Their whole thing is to provoke. It's to provoke you. So you can do something silly. Okay? Don't fall for it. It's to get you back in the matrix, right? Or get you locked up or get you in a psychiatric ward, right? Don't fall for it. Don't take the bait. And that's what the devil does. Tries to bait you. Tries to draw you out. Do not take that bait. Deceiving. So these people, they're deceiving, right? And being deceived. So why they just try to deceive people? They're also being deceived as well. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. While they're deceiving people, they're being deceived as well. You see how the Lord Yahushua got him in a trick bag, big time, right? Because guess what? Eventually it's going to happen. You know, in the time of Jacob's trouble, which is prophecy, Jacob's trouble. Excuse me, just let me go to Matthews. Check this out. This is Matthew 24. And jump straight to verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation. Right? It says great tribulation. So tribulation is going to come upon the whole world. Such as were not since the beginning of the world. To this time now shall ever be. So it's letting us know in Matthew 24 and 21. So what do you think is going to happen when there's great tribulation? Well, do you think these people are going to be able to do what they're doing now? They're not going to be able to do that. You think they're going to be able to have time to monitor? They're not going to be. They're going to be turning on each other. And the scriptures tell us the love of many shall wax cold, right? So these people that they're getting their little gift cards, their cars, they're going to be turning on each other. And that's why I always say, stay out of the way. Stay in the scripture. Stay out of the way. Stay out of their way. Because soon, most of these people, some of them don't even know each other. But that's rubbish, because I would say they are connected. Remember, it's the hive mindset, so they are connected, right? There's different views. People got different views on this particular program. No, they are connected, right? Excuse me just a minute. Okay, they're connected. Okay, these devils are connected. So soon, what am I gonna say? The House of Cards. Guess what they're gonna do? The same people that are monitoring you, the same people that are monitoring you, that want to follow you and your whereabouts, guess what they're going to do? They're going to turn on each other soon enough. They're going to flip out on each other. The House of Cards is falling. And you could see it. Right? They say there's no honor amongst thieves. And that's true. So these people, they're dishonorable. They do dishonorable things. They take gift cards. They take payoffs. Right? Because they're easily manipulated. They've bought into the system. Right? While we haven't. They've bought into this system. Right? And a lot of our people that are doing this are Israelites as well. A lot of our people that are doing that, they're Israelites. And guess what? You ain't getting no bloody bro, I don't consent. You ain't getting no health insurance from me. Right? These people, they're devils. They're doing the work of their father, the devil. Right? Okay. And if you want some organs, I'm sure they got some. I'm sure they got enough organs in these hospitals, right? And if you want someone's organs, you need permission first, right? You need permission, right? So these people, they're pieces of shit, right? But the Lord's gonna destroy them. Just let things play out. Let things play out, right? They're sending the whole. They're sending everyone. They're sending their armies, everyone. Alright, but Yahushua has got this. So is there anything else? See if there's anything else. Because ultimately, Yahweh Yahushai, He is the Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings. Alright? Can't believe how easily these people are manipulated, man, to do dumb stuff. Oh, yeah, that's another tactic. I just want to throw that out there. That's another tactic. Oh, you really mean to tell me all these people are dog owners? No, they're not. No, they're not. All of a sudden, all these people just got new dogs. It's rubbish. They've been given these dogs, right? They've been given what? Why have they? Why have they been given these dogs? That's enough. Is it? And guess what? You know how it's all false? Because a lot of the time, even when they call these dogs, the dogs don't even listen. And when you have a dog, what are you usually doing? You're moving about, right? A dog don't just want to stay in one place. You don't just stand. You don't walk with a dog and just stand in one place. Dogs like to move. So these people, they're not too bright. They're not too smart. Check this out. This is Psalms 38 and 31. The law of his power is in his heart. Of whose power? Our power. Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. Right? None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. That's what the wicked are doing. Yeah, some of us are being monitored. Not all of us, some of us are being monitored. Those that pose a threat to this society are being watched 24/7. Yeah, we already know they got systems within your households. And you may have a parent or someone that says something, they can also record that voice and play it back to you over and over and over and over and over again. They got all this technology. We already know they got the wires tapped, and that's why it ain't good to have all these phishing systems within your yard, because they can connect with that. You've got all these alarm systems in your house, right? You know they can use that. They can connect with that. Oh, I've got a smart home. That's the worst thing you can do, because they can connect to it now, right? Nothing's wrong with technology, but you want less is more. Less is more. Okay, this is like a military. This is like like a military operation, right? And no disrespect to those that have served in the military, past, present, and future. No disrespect, but this is a fact. The most easiest people to manipulate are military men. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm going to say that again. The most easiest people to manipulate are military men. Right? Well, it's easy. Go to sleep this time. Get up this time. Go here. Go. They're easy to manipulate. No disrespect for what they do, because, yeah, to be in the military, it's not an easy thing. But they are the most easily manipulated. Okay? The wicked watcheth the righteous. So they're watching us 24 hours. 24/7. Right? Yeah, there's someone that's on the other side of a supercomputer watching your life like it's a Truman Show, setting up simulations. This is what they're doing, and they do it through 5G as well. Yeah, they can watch you. They can watch you through your houses. Yes, they have that technology. They've been doing it for years. Easily, they can watch you through your household, see what you're doing, everything you're doing. Right, and that's why they put up the 5Gs as well, to collect that data. Right, so there's someone on the other end of these signals that are telling people what to do as well. Right, yeah, it is spiritual, but there is a physical element to it as well, because we know the devil deals with information. He needs information. So what does he use? Computers, tech. Right, so the wicked watcheth the righteous. So this is what's happening. So if you're a righteous man, by the standards of Yahweh Shai, you're going to be watched. If you've broken outside of the matrix, you're going to be watched. It's just strictly business. At the end of the day, to them, it's business. When they harass you or whatever, they go about their day. They're not thinking about that. Well, you're left in the worst case, and that's why you can't reflect on it too much. Right? So the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So you have people doing that, right? Seeking to slay you. You know what slay means? To kill, to take you out because of your beliefs, right? But you ask them their belief, or what do they believe in? Nothing. Well, they believe in Satan. They believe in this world. They believe in falsehoods, and that's what they're upholding. Okay. Verse 33, the Lord Jehovah will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. So just know that. Excuse me just a minute. Yeah, the scriptures do say he will not leave him in his hand when he is judged. So this is why it all ties back to faith. Do you really think Yahweh is going to leave you in your enemy's hands? No, he's not going to. Now, a lot of the prophets and the apostles, all of them did die within the truth, except from one, John the Revelator. He died of old age. Right? So you got to understand what you're involved in. Right? You got to understand what you're involved in. Okay? And it says, Baba Kishar, the Lord Jehovah Shai will not leave him in his hand. We're not going to be left in our presence and Esau's hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Yeah. Okay. So, it's like, yeah, we're not going to be left in the enemy's hand, man. Right? Nor condemn you when you are judged. So if Yahweh has covered you, you're covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. You're good. All right. This takes a lot of money, bro. That it takes a lot of money to set up flats, to have people continually, please, or navigate the traffic this way. No, navigate the traffic this way, right? That takes a lot of money, right? Come out of your house, you know? Come out of your house when he comes out of his house. When he comes through your neighborhood, come out of your house. Bro, that takes a lot of money, a lot of investment, right? So you're really, it's spiritual. You're a threat to the kingdom of darkness when you wake up out of the matrix. So you're going to be seen as different. You're going to be seen as weird. And yes, because you've woken up, you're able to see things, right? I hope this is edifying. I hope I'm giving you everything you need. And even this lesson is even for the so-called gang stalkers as well, because there's a lot of them, they don't know what they're doing. I've came across a lot of them. They're just looking at their phone, and they look at you. They're just looking at their phone, what they've been given. I forgot. I wrote down the site. There was a particular site. I forgot what it's called. I wrote it down anyway. It's an app. There's several apps within communities as well that you could just join onto. These are government-based apps, community apps. One of them is called Pub something. There's a shopkeeper one, and there's community. Watch that. It's just different apps, and it's people that get together, and they can say, example, this person's a nuisance. This person's a nuisance to our community. Would you please watch him? And people could add things simultaneously to this app, right? He's a fuck. He's extreme, right? Right? He's sexual harassing. He's looking at a woman. So no, you can't even look at a nice fine woman. But, he's harassing me. You know? It's bad. It's bad, man. But Yahweh is going to step in. He's going to break this program. And how do we know that? Because there's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob represents Israel. It's going to be for all about Jacob's trouble. And they're not going to be able to do what they're doing now. It's going to be each man for his own. Right? And I'm getting a good idea right now just by seeing how people maneuver, what they're going to do in that time. Okay? Interesting. It's really, really interesting. All right? And I just want to go into some more scriptures on patience and ruling your spirit. Rule your spirit, man. This is 1 Thessalonians 1 and 4. So that we ourselves glory in you in church of the Most High for your patience and faith, and all your persecutions and tribulations that you endure, which is a manifest token of the righteousness judgment of the Most High, that you may be counted worthy of the kingdom for which you also suffer. So, you want a story, right? Well, your story's going to be written, right? You had to go through this, you had to go through that. You don't just enter into the kingdom like that. There's a level of suffering, right? There's a level of suffering, right? And if you are of the elect, well, your story is going to be a different story, right? Okay, you have to go through this, you have to go through that. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? The noise can, but over time that doesn't bother you. You gotta be able to desensitize yourself. You gotta be able to desensitize yourself, right? And you can do it. Can you reprogram your mind? Yes, you can, right? Through the scriptures. Okay. It's all to keep you in a bubble. Okay. So it's all spiritual. I hope you're gaining something from this. And it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation, right, to them that trouble you. So the tribulation we're going through, they're gonna go through, right? So it's funny to them, right? This is funny to them, right? But we gonna see, okay, who rests with us and who the babies will be in trouble, right? And to you who troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, right? So again, Yahushua is coming. This is what we're waiting, and we need to speak on Yahushua more and more and more and more and more. He's the premise of our lesson. Yahushua be revealed with his holy angels, okay? And in flaming fire, taking. Yeah, bro, see, Satan's whole army's out. You got the helicopters, you got the planes, you got the mini dirt bikes, you got the military. I believe my name holds weight in the spiritual realm. I believe my name holds weight in the spiritual realm. This is spiritual. Ephesians 6 and 11, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against what? Principalities and wickedness in higher places and forces of darkness. These are them forces. This is high level stuff. This is high level stuff, right? When you join the military, you're taking an oath. When you become a nurse, you're taking an oath, right? So most of these people, they're part of some type of fraternity. You even have boxing fraternities. You have cricket fraternities. You have dart fraternities. You have nurse fraternities. You have school fraternities, right? This whole system is based off masonry and the Knights of Templar and the Jesuit priests, and it's all based off masonry. And masonry, masonry stemmed out of the UK. Don't you understand that? Masonry stemmed out of the UK. The Knights of Templars and so forth, and they established themselves in America, but it started in the UK first, right? I know I better watch out now. I'm spilling the beans. Let's go to Thessalonians 1 and 7. And to you who are troubled with us, and really that was our people that set up that madness, the hand signs and the gestures, and it was our people that were doing that. Wicked people that were pagans. Saint Augustine, that was our people, Israelites, right? And you know where that word August comes from? Augury, which is summoning, right? That's why when August comes, what do you have, right? The meetings around August. What are they doing? Gathering, summoning demons, coming up with different plans to further enslave the masses. But let's stick to the point. And in flame and fire taking vengeance on them who know not the Most High, that obey not the power of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. The Bible's true. You know the Bible's true just by all the evil that's happening around you. How can you not, man? These words are true and faithful. Now I want to go to Job. Because what's going to happen to these people? Well, we're going to find out. Quickly go to Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. So it says Yahweh Shai disappointed the device of the crafty. Now, does he let Satan have his way and do something? Yes, he done that with Job. Read the book of Job, by the way. He done it with Job. Read the book of Job. Right? He let him have his way with Job and other prophets as well. But who has the final say so? Yahweh Yahweh Shai. He's in control. Right? And I want to say this, we're not demon proof, by the way. We're not demon proof. Right? We get their moments, we get attacked spiritually. Right? But the thing is, we have what? The shield. Okay? See what else we got. So Job 5, 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. That word devices in the Hebrew. You know what it is in the Hebrew? That word for device. Ma-sha-ma. Ma-sha-ma. Right? That's that word for device in the Hebrew. Right? Which means plan, evil scheme, evil plot. So we know Yahushua is going to disappoint it. It doesn't mean they're not going to do it. No, they're going to do it. They're going to get it underway. But Yahushua will put an end to that evil plot. Right? And you need to do that. Look at these movies. You have the bad guy, the villain, and in the end of the movie, the villain's supposed to get taken down. So this is the Lord's movie. Ready? It's the Lord's program. Okay. Job 5 and 12. So that their hands could not perform their enterprise. So the enterprise will be performed, but not fully. And what's their enterprise? Having everybody under the human global database and that CHIP in their hand or in their forehead. That's what they want. Right? So they want you to be cloned. They want you to be cloned. Right? This is what they want. They want to track your every movement. Every movement. So hold on. People are telling me what they're using V2K. They could read your thoughts and telekinesis and telepathic ability. No. Because if they could, they would not need to still send people around you. So that technology is not even what was his name? Elon Musk. Even Elon Musk said they still have more to learn about the brain, and it's not 100% accurate. It's not 100% accurate. That's why they need to keep going over it again and again and again and again and again and again. And that's why they want to put the CHIP within you. Because by them doing that, that's how they're able to have full estimation, what you're thinking, what you're doing, right? And control your emotions. That's basically their goal. That's their goal. That's the agenda. This is what they want. That's the end goal. To have everybody controlled. Everybody. Because guess what? Not everybody is controlled. The masses are, but not everyone. You even got in America. I hope I'm not talking too much. We let the scriptures come back out. You even got in America, what they call it, the Bible Belt Christians in America, that hold strongly to the amendment, the First Amendment, right, and the laws of guns. They even want to remove that. They want to try to take your guns away, right? So they're going to try to get rid of that. And how do they do that? By creating more of these shootings, by them creating them, right? And saying, well, now we need to do something now. No, too many shootings. We need to get rid of the guns. That first, what's it first? I don't know. First or Second Amendment, whatever they call it. We need to get rid of it now. So it's very, 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 very tricky what they're doing. Right? They want disorder. Right? They tell you they want order, but they're creating disorder. Right? Job 5. Where was I? And 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. That's what Yahushua is going to do. Oh, this is a beautiful movie, and everybody's playing their part just right. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Okay? So that's exactly what's going to happen. Esau and these other people that are doing these wicked things, yeah, they're going to be taken. They're going to be taken in their own craftiness. Right? And counsel with the forward is carried headlong. Right? All that them counsels you're having, it's going to be carried headlong. Right? Whether it be lodge meetings, you're in your lodges, having the secret meetings, you know, doing your blood sacrifices, your rituals, that's going to be carried headlong. Right? But really, the secret council are the elites. Right? These are the big cats. Right? These are those that are calling the shots. These are the shot callers. Right? These are the shot callers. Okay? But that's going to be carried headlong. Verse 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime. Check this out. It's just the daytime. Right? They meet with darkness in the daytime. So, it's daytime today, right? Right now, right? It's daytime. Right? What's the time? Excuse me just a minute. It's time to bring this word out. Side joke. So it's daytime. Right? We're moving on to what? Evening. Right? Soon enough. Evening's at what? When the sun goes down. That's evening. That's a new day. Right? So anyway, they meet with what? Darkness in the daytime. Right? So it says darkness. So what's that darkness they're meeting with? That darkness is skullduggery. That's that darkness they're meeting with in daytime. Okay? That's what they're meeting with. And grope in a noonday. Okay? As in the night. So the elitists, they're having secret meetings against us. Right? And secret councils. Right? As we speak. They want most of the population done away with. And that's why they're spraying chemtrails in the air. Right? Which has bits of metal in it. Okay? And that metal is designed to what? Choke your system. Right? This is a fact. Okay? And they also do this as well. They send these honey traps as well. These women with big fat asses and so forth. Right? Oh man, very different. Don't worry about. We're gonna get that in the kingdom. We're gonna get these women. We're gonna get all of that in the kingdom. Don't even worry about that now, right? Yahushua, but he already knows your type. He's already got that. He's already got these women already set up for you, right? He's got all that set up, right? Don't worry. Even that's a distraction. See, what men, our testosterone is very high, especially if you're a man in this truth. Your testosterone is on a higher level, especially if you're on semen retention. Especially if you're on semen retention. Flipping now. Testosterone's through the roof. Right? Because that's another thing as well. There's energy. That's a fact. There's energy in your semen. Right? And once you bust a nut, you feel lethargic, you feel tired, and your brain power's gone. So you don't just want to be busting nuts as well. There's power in semen retention. Right? Even the all of the bodybuilders know this, and those that semen, they know the powers in semen retention. So there is things we can do as well. Okay. Is there anything else? Baba Kashar. Did I finish off on Job 4? Job 5 and 15. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Right? So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Right? So that's what iniquity is going to do. Yahushua is in control. Bro, there's so much confidence knowing that. Whatever happens, no matter your circumstances, Yahushua is in control of that. Yahweh Shai is in control of your circumstances, right? But you still have to pray, right? Because Yahweh Shai could really put you in a situation that you don't want to be in. You still have to pray, right? And separate yourself from these dark energies as well. Because you may have people that want to come around you, but they're not willing to repent and change. Well, it doesn't mean you act like an imbecile towards them, but you have to separate yourself, right? You were that treasure, your time. You're repenting, right? So because you're repenting, you're making them changes. So not anybody can just come around you, right? Because you got that. You got them vampires, them energy vampires. No, they have to earn it, right? Not the other way around. Here it is. You still want to eat pork. You still want to commit adultery, but you wanna linger around me. No, you have to change your ways as well. It don't work like that, right? You want to be eating shrimp all day and lobster and want to come around me. Yeah, you have to change your ways as well, okay? Because this truth, it leads us to a higher level of understanding, being kingdom-minded, okay? You got to put in that work. So is there anything else? Yes, Yahweh Shai is going to come through for us. Go to Revelations 14 and 9. Come on now. And it's bad, yes. And another thing, yeah, they also use, what I've noticed as well, this program, they're also using the children to get involved as well. So these people, they have no integrity. They would do that to their own children. Why? Because basically what they're doing is they're giving their children over to Satan. That's what they're doing when they consent to this program. Okay. I haven't seen a chariot in a while. It would be nice to see one today. Let's go to Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right, and receive his mark in his right hand or in his forehead, right? What's that mark? That mark is the RFID, right? Or receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, okay? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Don't take it. So the scriptures are letting you know, John the Revelator is letting you know what's the punishment for taking it, right? It says you're going to drink of that wine of the wrath of the Most High, okay? It says it, right? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. Tormented with fire. I don't want that. In the presence of the Messiah and them holy angels, right? And you're going to be burning while you're alive, and the Lord's going to keep you alive while you're burning, all right? And it says, Baba Kasha, if any man worship that beast, right, and his image, his way of life, right? So when you see people taking gift cards, they're being told, they're being tricked by fake law enforcement, do this, do that, follow this person around, that's a sign of what these people are going to do in the future. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, no day, no night, no rest, right? Day nor night, right? Who worship the beast and his image, right? Why? Because they're going to have this device in them. But there's going to be somebody on the other end of that, because remember, this is a device, so you're going to have a receiver, right, on the end of it, right? It's going to be somebody on the end of that controlling it, okay? Controlling your emotions, shutting your emotions off, shutting them on, okay? And they'll be able to turn it off, and this CHIP has mercury in it as well, which could lead to what? Poisoning within your blood, okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, and they have no rest day no night, who worship the beast and his image, right? And whosoever received the mark of his name. So what's Yahweh Shai teaching his followers now? To separate from the image of the mark and the beast. which is this system which all ties in with the truth, the premise of the truth, the matrix. Okay, pick a pill, Neo, the red pill or the blue pill. And it says, verse 11, and the smoke of the torment is forever. Did we go into that? Yeah, we really went into that. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and faith of Yahweh Shai. So by reading that, what does Esau want to do? He wants to do away with the scriptures, because the scriptures are opposite of the way things are done here. This is what he wants to do away with. You do know the Bible's going to be outlawed very soon. You do know that, right? Yeah, they're going to outlaw the Bible soon, right? Okay, they want to get rid of it. Okay, they want to get rid of the Bible. They want to outlaw it. Okay, it's going to happen in real time. Right? This is what they want to do. Right? They want to outlaw the scriptures. Right? So it's going to be criminalized to have the Bible soon enough. Right? You see, this is what they're looking to do. Criminalize those that have the scriptures. But I thought England was such a we have Christian values. No, you don't. That's a bunch of rubbish. Really, England was raised of Christian values, because even the Bible, what, King James of what, Scotland, right? He was of Scotland, so yeah, the UK as well is supposed to run off the scriptures. But Esau's the devil, so he ain't going to do it that way. He's not going to do it off the values of the scriptures. He's going to do it by what? His values. Right? That's how he's going to do it. Okay? So that was Revelations 14 and 12. And this is 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, ye saith in the spirit, that they may have rest from their labors. Right? And their works do follow them. So there is going to be particular brothers, we don't know. We do not know. There is going to be particular brothers within this truth that pass away, that die. Okay? But guess what? Guess what? They're with Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says, because their labors do follow them. So it does matter, your works do matter. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud. And upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and a hand a sharp sickle, which would represent Yahweh Shai. Right? And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust the sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And that's when a lot of that destruction is going to happen. That's when the election are going to be what? Sealed. Right? Sealed. So we're going to leave it with that. Right? We're going to leave it with that. See if there's anything else. Yeah, we just gotta, what we gotta do is just separate more and more and more. And so what? Part of the program is the isolation. Maybe we can isolate him, man. Try some satanic ritual abuse, bro. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay? Maybe we can frighten him into submission. Nah, that's not going to work. Right? That's not going to work. But the main thing is to trust in Yahweh Shai. That's the main thing. And yes, to separate from this world more and more and more and more. Right? Let's go to John. You know what? Let's go to James, Baba Kashar, James 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? So the scriptures say it. You're a friend of this world. You're an enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You're a companion with this world. You want to be in communion with them. That makes you an enemy. Okay? With Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and his men. Okay? Whosoever there will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Simple as that. Simple as that. So therefore, we don't want to be friends of this world. We're not seeking the exception of this world, because that would make you an enemy of Yahweh Shai. Okay? And we know what's going to happen to this world. Let's go to 1 Peter, then we shut up. Or 2 Peter. 2 Peter 3. And jump straight to verse 10. But the day of the Lord Yahweh Shai will come as a thief in the night, unexpectedly. Right? Unexpectedly. In which the heavens shall pass away, this rulership, with a great noise. Right? That's going to be their missiles that are going to be shot to different parts of the earth. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's intense heat. Right? And the earth and also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Things are going to get burned up. Right? The earth and the works. And therein shall be burned up. Verse 11. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, perish, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So what's our manner of conversation? On the kingdom. That's what it's catered to. Verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire, being dissolved, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's intense heat, bro. That's intense heat. Right? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens. And that's what we're waiting for. And some, you remember, you got carnal people that think carnally. They're saying, well, so that means you want this place to be on fire. No, it's what the Lord Jehovah is going to do. This place is going to be burnt up with fire. Through missiles. The nations are going to do this. Don't get mad at me. Right? But people will get mad because they have aspirations here. Right? And look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So that's what we're waiting for. Oh, when it's coming, ready, the kingdom of heaven starts within us first. Verse 14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found in him in peace, without spot and blameless. That's why we also have to be diligent, right, in this truth and push this word out, because there is brothers and sisters listening. So like all that time, the camera was in the wrong way. So Lord willing, this was edifying, and until the next time, Shalom.